Well, you know it's going to be a good day when you head on over to McFarlane Toys' official Amazon page and you stumble across not one, not two, but all of the figures, all 4 figures in the wave coming after the soon-coming wave of Batman Dark Knight's metal figures from their DC Multiverse line. That's right. Sky Tyrant, Infected Superman, Earth 22 Robin, and Rebirth Batman. Let's just have a quick little look-see-doodle at these figures, shall we? So here's the McFarlane Toys official Amazon page, and we scroll down, we get the picture with all the figures in the series, and this is the Collect and Connect Build-A-Figure Merciless wave. Okay, so let's start with the Sky Tyrant. I personally think the figure looks really cool, although if you're not someone who ever read these stories and don't know who these characters are, I feel like you would see him hanging on the pegs in the collectibles section or the toy aisle and go, who's that? I mean, if you know who the Batman Who Laughs is, then you'd be like, well, that's just the Batman Who Laughs with a Hawkman wing harness on. And really, that's what it is. The Batman Who Laughs is wearing Hawkman's wing harness. This figure, as you can see, comes with the head, the shoulder pauldrons, and the sword for the Merciless, as well as that trading card and a figure base, as always. Here's a little look-see at it from the one side, and here's a little look-see at it from the other. And then here's a nice little close-up look at the figure. It seems like they may be reusing some of the same sculpted parts. No, I don't think they are, actually. I love how McFarlane's done the wings for this figure, and it gives me hope that eventually he may actually make a Hawkman figure, because the wings would be kind of a bugger to sculpt, if you ask me, and yet, here they are. He's got wings that he can use on multiple figures if he so chooses. And there's the Sky Tyrant up in the air. That is so metal. Like, that needs to be on the cover of a heavy metal vinyl. Next, we have the Earth 22 Robin, the really creepy Robin. Like, ugh. He looks really fantastic. And, you know, I like Dark Knight's metal. I know that it's not for everybody. Some people are like, why did they do this? This is not for me. It's just so stupid. But looking at the figure itself, which, it's unique. It's new. It's something that's never been done before. It's something that's never been done in the DC universe before. So that's exciting. And just looking at the torso of the Merciless here, for example, again, I've said it before, I'll say it again, you really understand why this is called Dark Knight's Metal. It's because every character in this series really looks like it should be on the cover of some fantastic, you know, 1980s, late 70s heavy metal album. They have that look to them. Look at that. 3 little hell robins there. Now, the figure itself, just to back up, you can see here that there's the 3 heads. And I don't think, as I said before, that the figure will come with all 3 heads in the package. You have to buy 3 of the Robins. To that I would say, they better damn well make 3 times as many Robins to put in the package, to put in their shipping cases. Otherwise, it is going to be an absolute shite show trying to get your hands on one, because everyone's going to be buying 3 at a time. You might only get 1 of each head in a case, and then they're all going to be gone. Oh yeah, you'll be able to find them on eBay because all the dickheads that buy and resell, they'll be finding them all. But I think for people like you and I, the normal people, the non-dickhead people that aren't scalpers, it's going to be kind of tricky. Here's a little sidey-side view of the Earth 22 Robin. Again, that looks cool. That looks like he does in the story. Here's his grubby, dirty little cape. And if you're a customizer, man, the stuff you can do with this figure too. A nice black wash over top of him and just take him that extra little bit further. Got a nice little chain hanging down there. Yeah, fantastic. I'm excited. From here, of course, we've got the Batman, a figure that I think a lot of people are absolutely going to be excited about because it's Batman. Batman always sells well. Batman's always a popular character. And this is a pretty reasonable version of old Batsy and his rebirth duds. Clearly, he's meant to look exactly like this cover, except for they didn't paint the inside of the cape purple for some reason. So they did miss that accuracy. That's an inaccuracy going on there. I will say this. This figure here, and let's click on this picture here and zoom in on it. You can see right here, Batman's mid area, there's some claw marks through his armor, and over on his bicep, right, I was going to point to it, but you can't. Over on his bicep, actually on both biceps, he's got slashes right through his uniform. Both legs have slashes and battle damage. The same thing with his utility belt. I pretty much hate when they do that. I would rather not have the battle damage and just have a straight up figure, and if I want battle damage, I'll add it myself. And the cape just kind of goes off to one side. Todd, stop doing that. People don't want such a molded cape like that. I mean, it's your company. Do what you want to do. But I'm telling you, I don't think most people like it. I'm a pretty easygoing guy when it comes to the capes of figures. I'd prefer a cloth goods cape, but I'll take a good, rubber cape if it's done right. This is it's just not cool, bruh. It's stuck in one action pose just off to the side. And I feel like a more neutral cape would make more sense. But in general, the figure does look very cool. And if you don't like the idea of that pre-posed, ripped up, big old tatty cape, I'm sure that you'll be able to figure out a way to do a custom cape job on him. I know I will. I'll be taking off this cape right away and putting on a custom cape. But other than that, I think, even with the battle damage, I still think he's a great representation of the Rebirth Batman. And then he comes with the arms for the Merciless and two axes, two little short battle axes, battle hatchets, hatchet axes. Let's also do a full side-to-side shot. Here's Batman, his right side. I love the sculpting. Everything's textured. I mean, aside from the cape, I'm really stoked about this. And here he is on the other side. I know that some of you, aside from the cape swap, might actually try to do a head swap with this Batman as well. You may want to try and take this existing head and then pop it onto the other Batman figure that's already been released, and it may work. I mean, I can't say either way. He's got a big neck. He's got a square back to his head. So if you buy him, just assuming that you're going to keep him just as the figure, and if it happens to work, that's great. But I wouldn't buy this figure assuming that a head swap will work until you've seen someone else do it on Instagram. And finally, we have the figure that I'm possibly the most excited about in the wave, and that is the Infected Superman. I really like the whole segment where he, purposely got infected to try and foil the plans of the Batman Who Laughs. I don't want to wreck it for you. Go read it for yourself. It was interesting. I know that there's going to be people out there that really want to use this Superman to customize a very basic Superman by changing up the hands and the neck, but as you can see, this Superman is not blue. He's purple. He's a very light purple, so maybe you could do a Bizarro, but the S isn't backwards. So at this point, for myself, I'm not going to be using this for a custom anything. I am really literally just going to be leaving this as is. And he fits right in with the whole display. Like, he matches the rest of the figures. So why would I? I mean, I'll just keep him like this, because this looks good. This looks fantastic. And remember, McFarlane Toys price point is a $19 price point. So this is definitely worth the $19 American price point. Nobody's going to convince me otherwise. Look at that. That is worth $19. That is fantastic. That's the figure that I'm most excited about in this wave. Absolutely. An Infected Superman comes with the two extra fists, so he's got some open hands and he's got some punchy hands, as well as the legs for the Merciless. And once you bought all four, you'll be able to put that bad boy together and put it on a shelf. Or take pictures of it. I don't know what you want to do with it. Here's his back, too. BTW with his pre-posed cape. Here's a little sidey side view of Soups here. And again, you can really tell Soups is purple. He's definitely purple, but there is hope. This is in my opinion, a better sculpt, a better build, a better body for Superman. And now they have this, they can do another Superman. He won't. He probably won't. I can't imagine him doing another Superman considering he's already done one. But this body is definitely superior. The fact that the S just follows his chest, I mean, this is better. And I wish that it was a regular Superman, but it's not, because that's not Todd's style. He doesn't need to make another Superman because he's already made one. And that is the sum total of McFarlane Toys DC offerings that I wanted to show in this video. There is another one coming where I wanted to share with you the Flash and the Rebirth Joker. There's a few more, but I wanted to break them up into 2 videos on account of the fact I've already made the thumbnail, and I like it, and I don't want to change it. So I suppose I'll see you very, very soon. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching this video. I hope that you're just as excited as I am about the McFarlane Toys DC offerings that he's got coming down the pipes. Once he's finished with all this Dark Knight's metal stuff, I'm sure that he will start making figures that are not all Batman-centric. And if they're not, then we all just need to email him and write him a letter and say, hi, there's other characters other than Bat Universe characters. And maybe he'll listen. Maybe we'll get our Martian Manhunter and our Green Arrow and our Black Canary and our Red Tornado and our, Wonder Woman, and the list will just go on. There are other characters that aren't Bat characters, but that doesn't mean that these aren't cool either. So I'm just going to take these figures for what they are. I'm going to be thankful for them and just look forward to the future and keep hoping that other characters will also be revealed down the line that, that'll have some bravery and some guts and not just making the safe bet Bats characters. But that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you with the next one. Have a very awesome Super DC day, everybody, and take care.